Exactly what BerserX has to do. Here it comes. Quick dashes in. Ooh, but instantly gunned down. The entire Korean squad will deny Forsaken any early space. Spike dropped into safe positions as well. The armor getting sent through. Mindfreak being able to hold down the entire B by himself. Hello, that's good. And at the same time now, continuing to push out front. Devi off the null command, unfortunately gunned down. Still kind of ringing through, pulsing away with his ultimate, but his teammate now coming back in for support.
Sniffing things out with the drone as well. Feels like you're not going to be able to get Devi back on up. The trades start to coming out. It's all mindfreak.
As his head gets revealed as well. Flashback, trying to work around it. Still looking to play the objective. The spike will go down. Mindfreak just tries to delay a little bit further with the snake bite. Might be able to gun himself through. He hears the tap at the very least, but not quite finding a position. Still has to watch out for a flashback. There it is, at least the first kill. Nanoswarms instantly popped, and Flashback looks to play around the wall, but Mindfreak, steady as ever, will spot him out. An entire ace in the round being picked up by the Indonesian player.
Individual moments. Generally memorable. Mindfreak to do it all, and you got to remember as well, right? I'm saying at the beginning of this round, if you're going for a stack, not to get too aggressive, because we haven't really seen too much success for setting up Forsaken on the back of these waylay positions, right? He gets on in, but there's too many DRX members that look at that position because there's a quick time, right? To get that gun out. But I think more importantly, Mindfreak planted.
Jeremy in with the round 3 dimensional drift to gather further information. Bit of a flash coming out, and he's trying to catch Jit Boys. Clone kind of ignored, but still damage found. Killua in with a trade just to try to hold around connector.
Yeah, it's nicely done, but what do you look to do now? You've got 2 players still coming up from the sewers in towards an Arc Crunch, and you do also have Thai playing in the back of Dugout. Some smokes towards the site start to happen though.
Okay, at least the salvos will get sent through. Ooh, and as soon as the salvo gets sent out, TUG thinks that that's where the tail might be positioned. Lo and behold, it's just going to be Killua watching the angle. So a good kill being picked up, as well as the Prowler just to check closer back towards Art. Talon trying to do their due diligence, but at the same time, Envy has his sights trained in to the site. Still though, okay, Thai kind of sneaking past, but Jesse Vash has snuck up right behind him as well. Good little flash out, and that's going to be another pick. Team Secret working alongside the numbers now. Talon might have the sight, but a bit of a tap is not going to be enough. Swaps on over, but look at Killua! Swings along a swivel, just goes full turret mode for the ace. In on round 3 too, Komodo.
Yeah, where there was a dimensional drift to come on through for all of the information that you would expect in the beginning from the side of Team Secret. Jeremy trying to do what he can. I mean, a great reposition to come through from Jesse Vash as well. I thought Lightning would strike in this round for Team Secret, but no.
It comes down to timing now for GENG. Can they not give up the isolated fights?
Jemkin spotted him out, able to find him there at range with the Stinger, eats it a bit of damage. Tucks back for the moment, but now it's all down to BerserX. Regen shields. That extra little bit of HP. Pushes the corner, finds one. Still multiple players to try to get through, but BerserX with the potential for an ace clutch to keep Boom afloat and in the lead. Cuts back across over towards A. Doesn't want to go for the reload. Doesn't know where Texture's at here for the moment. Texture, 65 health. Just that Sheriff in hand. Gets the read. Counter rotates over. Gets himself up here into heaven. The door shut. The turret up over the top. Tries to look for the timing. Goes up over the top and cannot find the shot. BerserX with an ace.
They do a great job early on punishing the fact that they don't have a duelist that has a dash, an escape mechanism, so they're able to catch Famous out early with the salvos. And then BerserX doing a great job isolating that first fight. Knows he has Munchkin weak, opts to take that one. Actually wide swings for the second kill around the corner. B, Sheriff for Texture. As they go for a mid push out, just looking to see if there was going to be any contestation from Boom for the courtyard space, but they're wrapping all the way through. There's a camera there. Jess is ahead of it though.
And he's ready for the first. Almost lines up the second. Can't quite make it happen, but Toss 9 at range against Munchkin with that classic. Able to find another elimination. 3v4. 2 Sheriffs left behind here for the side of GENG. DOS 9 with the weapon upgrade.
Yeah, GENG really wanted to get those Sheriffs to do some damage. And instead, they're going to be the ones paying the price.
Actually able to find another counter unexpected from the angle. BerserX's going to be caught unawares, ends up falling to the wayside. Now a 3v2, a post-plant situation for the side of GENG. Still taking it a little bit slow, wary about any close members from the side of Boom. GENG looking decently poised to tie things up as far as the pistol is concerned.
Paranoia's on both sides. Salvos for NC Slasher. Not sure when Ashes are going to come back online. I think pretty soon. Well, no, he used them on the execute, so no.
Drop down. DOS9 able to find Charon there within the smoke. Now the 2v2. The swing out. DOS9 looking for the ace, and he has it! This man is unstoppable!
Range fight with a classic through mid. Gonna get the first one. Wins this one against Munchkin. Scoops up the Sheriff off of Suggest's dead body. Puts it to damn good use. Just drops down onto Charon. Smashes him in 5. What a showing for our player from Kazakhstan. Absolutely insane. He was good in kickoff, and he's damn good today here in stage 1.
Now needing to pull off the thrift that they almost got in the first half. Flash out though, and Famous able to collect 2 with that Spectre. 2 classics and a Sheriff now, all the GENG have left. Just a clear on the alarm bot. Try to shake things up a little bit here, but if you're GENG, how are you meant to get back into this round at all?
Oh, it's very, very difficult. They're fishing for some 1v1s with the Sheriffs. Just hoping that, you know, maybe you could catch a one and done. Changing positions though is Munchkin. Oh boy.
And Famous is right there waiting. He's lucky to stay alive.
Going up.
That's just the wall through. Famous repositioning top of the box. Munchkin about to get completely and utterly destroyed. As that's going to be that Spectre now down on the floor. Cash dead. Do we get another ace? Famous, I mean, he's down to 33 HP. If he turns his sights back into main, might just be able to find it. Maybe BerserX can bait for it. He's going to try, and he's going to get it. Back-to-back aces. A third for Boom. 11-3.
Something. You don't see that every day, that's for sure. But these curveballs, once again, catching GENG. Munchkin just really having a rough map. Doesn't seem to be reading his opponents very well. Has made some mechanical mistakes. Gonna pay the price there. It's not. Look at his stack.
Just again,
oh my God,
trying to take a very aggressive angle.
Well, he plays it right this time.
And is able to just absolutely cut tail and just duck out of there.
I was gonna say, I'm kind of curious what they're gonna do off the back of this. Took some space, but not really able to get the kill or scale up much off of it. So over towards B, and Charon answers with a smoke right in front. So we're gonna have to use a little bit of util to clear the site, but has been left relatively wide open.
Stuck here, Texture, nice slide in.
What a read.
Yeah, able to find DOS9, delivering his first death of the map thus far. Finding a third, and Sharon Slasher both gonna be eliminated. Mr. 4K online. Famous here at the ready. Texture has to beg the question, do you even want the ace given the win record? He's gonna take it. Texture joins the club here today. It's when Texture picks up an ace.
That is correct. In Pacific.
In Pacific.
In Pacific. Well, I was gonna say, are you sure you even want to get the ace?
Yeah.
I mean, but at that point.
You can't suffer more losses.
Yeah. Let's see what they can do. Couldn't find the shots, I don't believe.
Nope.
There we go.
As okay. So just finding one. Famous taken down here at B. Munchkin given the peek in the lobby, not in a position to try to get the punish there onto NC Slasher, so he is able to silently drift away. DOS9 trying to hold here. Just that Sheriff in hand. Flash not going to connect, so just able to turn from it, dodges out of the fault line, gets the clean one tap on NC Slasher, and finds BerserX. Welcome back to the stage, Suggest.
I missed
Looking
that.
alive and well now.
Yeah, I missed that.
Ace unlikely given Munchkin's position. And Shiro not really going to look to try to go for anything here as well. That is going to be a bonus conversion. GENG looking to take hold and take control. As okay, it's just getting closer. Shiro down in sewer. Can he make it happen? Can we have a 5th ace in the series? Stealth drone to try to check. Nothing going to be spotted there at long. Ping not found. He's up close. And the ace is confirmed.
And good guy Ash. Gonna set him up for it in the long run, but this here, the tapping.
That
Woo!
one is just
That
nasty.
shot is filth. Absolute filth.
I think you can see him starting to pop off as well. As soon as he cleaned the...
He's only got a classic, though. Some of the quote-unquote bigger firepowers behind him.
Francis. Oh, I think a bit going to be shown there. Swings the corner. Dambi going to be the one who actually just absolutely demolishes everyone. 3 quick kills for him. As Monyet can move forward, can recover this spike alongside Xdll, but work is certainly cut out for them here.
And they have no idea what happened off the back of that. I think that's the Vice wall for the side of Nongshim there. Yeah. Ivy's wall, yep.
Wall is there, Thorns as well. Quick little push forward. Does go ahead and get the wall out. So for now, just staying tucked here at Art, staying quiet, push out. Monyet, nice headshot. This is a little bit more costly, but Dambi looking for an ace and will be able to find it. We are back from the break. We had to rebuild the lobby. They remade it, got to this 2-2 scoreline. So I think timeline-wise, things might be a little messed up, but we'll try to keep everything as aligned as humanly possible for you guys.
Absolutely. So,
drone out, just a scout.
Oh, I've just noticed that the shear wall is going to be popped over at the B side as well, so that's some information for ZETA that they do have to be careful of a flank a little bit later on, but they are into this A site at the moment, seeing no resistance from Team Secret.
Oh, well, resistance in the form of utility, Komodo, so
yeah, it works.
It does buy a bit more time for the rotations to get in. And Team Secret have maintained most of their weapons from the previous round. Okay, but a slight whip on the Dizzy now. Wildario will still be able to regain his aim, and that's going to be Envy to strike back. Depp, however, elevated position through the ropes, will be able to find a shot against Jesse Vash, now continuing to hold.
They're low, though. Look at Depp, look at Sugar Zero. I mean, even Clues, right? They're all tagged up at the moment, and that's what can be a little bit of a problem. Sub 30 seconds to go, and you're contending against some weapons. You know, there are still weapons that Team Secret have to play with here, don't forget, right? An Outlaw from 2GE can just finish you off, even Jeremy, 2 HP.
At least, well, taking the pace a little bit slower than Team Secret expects. That allows for Depp to regain some of his health. A second one in, and that's even more. 10 seconds and the spike, almost goes down. Okay, Sugar Zero has to quickly pick that back up. Envy still continuing to be a thorn in ZETA's sides. 0 point away, and he confirms that no one's up around yellow. So that is further information. But Depp still on a tear, and that's a quad right now. Online for the ace, but surely you play the safer game.
There's a reposition from Envy, and Depp is looking at the correct angle here.
Envy, your barrel's pretty long. He does sidestep it, but no, that's Depp. He's sharp as ever, and he's back online.
Last map's showstoppers, well, those go into walls, those don't work out. You got an Empress here, yeah, you need to click some heads, and what has he done? Well, there's 5 kills to come on through.
Oh, you gotta love it when Depp is playing this well again.
Got to be confident. Absolutely have to be confident. If you're going in for a Reyna in a composition that's a double...
Noting Persia as well. T1 now looking for the pinch against him, and Persia tries to stay away from that splash damage. Does get decayed though, and the flash comes out, scrams through, and that's going to be then Ivy trying to refill that space, taking down Sylvan, goes for the next one, maybe the next. It's the 3rd kill, and he's running out of ammo. Tries to reposition, but still stuck in mail. T1 able to recover.
Yeah, but you'll immediately see Margaret start to re-clear some garage positions as well and get an idea that if they do go into B, it'll have to be through Heaven. Otherwise, they might wrap back towards the A site. You got to remember, Meteor's wall is currently over here as well. So if you want to play towards your own utilities, that isn't a bad idea. You got salvos that'll come online soon for Francis. You got a lot of that utility there for Dambi as well.
So just waiting for that sound, that tap.
30 seconds left.
Do note that Izu is 1 away from the dimensional drift, but you're not going to try and bring any priority on towards using that in this round. Or hunting for it.
Bait a reaction out with that fake gate crash. No sound just yet from Nongshim though, but you are absolutely right. They do have those salvos back up. Spike still planted, 7 seconds, but Izu straight back in, spots out Dambi. Just a stinger though, so still not out of the woods yet, T1. Francis and Margaret slowly creeping up, trying to make use of their angles and positions, but Izu notes all of it. Possibly the ace now. Gate crashes in towards elbow.
You can toy with him as well.
Yeah, it could be a fake. Margaret still dropping down, and there it is, Izu. Nail in the coffin at the very end of it all.
For this stage, I've got to say, but that one, the mechanics of Izu to just do it around from starting in the middle of the map and then around to that A side. I mean, I'm seeing a 3 versus 2, and I see the hit to go down from Dambi, the saturate, and I'm thinking, why is he jumping down onto the side by himself? I know his refract just popped, but there's so many angles that he has to.
Killua on the reposition. Patrick Hu forced away as the flash comes in. Nice drag across. Famous going to be taken down. Killua looks to absolutely shatter their hopes here on this C site. On for the ace. BerserX last one standing. Seems like this map, this series, not coming to a conclusion quite just yet. Cam going to be spotted out. Sees the shoulder of Poppy. Kelly, he absolutely wants this ace. And it looks like Global, it looks like they're willing to die to give it to him. They do lose out on an additional player, but the ace is found.
And this time around, good reactions. You know, even though the trips get cleared, uses his own smokes to change positions, gets a ping, is waiting with open arms, and able to steady the aim for the 4th. Finds the ace with a little help from some friends.
Stellar throughout the course of this tourney so far, and he's not going to be tackled within mid, but the other guys over at long will be.
Yeah, it's a bit of a duo stack as well. You've got Shiro right up at the back, but still at least a bit of a trade from Jinggg, and then to flash out, create the pressure down B long.
Yeah, but you don't necessarily need to see BerserX keep on going with this one. You know, one of the approaches in running the double duelist is even though that they do lose something here, there's still going to be options for them. Jinggg can still run out with that blaze as well. You know, I look towards what BerserX are running here, and we can potentially see some parallels to the likes of 100 Thieves, who will play Arsena on the Neon instead of the Phoenix here for Jinggg.
So those double duelists definitely possibly coming in handy, but as well, you know, this composition, especially Jinggg on the Phoenix, is something that BerserX are really familiar with. Now doubling back in towards V-Link, but Famous gets ahead.
Yeah, Famous back on his jet. You know, it's one of those agents that you would usually assume is very capable with. This time looking the wrong way though, and he'll pay the price.
It's pretty interesting, isn't it? We've seen Famous on the Neon so far now, but back in Ascension last year on the jet, but this time getting dicked out by Jinggg. A quad being picked up on the pistol.
Could be in for the ace to start off the affairs of BerserX here. NC Slasher though, salvos, and a ghost in hand. This is all going to come down to what angles he can isolate and what shots he might be able to hit.
Jinggg looking a lot more comfortable. He's online for the ace as well, and receiving first contact spots him out, and there it is! The ace to kick things off for BerserX.
Towards the international stage where we didn't see them for the first time at the previous Masters, right? Starting off with an ace, not a bad idea.
Certainly a very welcome sight, especially for the BerserX fans, possibly in the chat as well, but it is still really early, Komodo.
Yep.
I have seen...
You do think most recently Flash in it, right? We saw his KO, his breach here is something that he's hopefully going to be quite proficient on.
Specifically breach, it is his, you know, most played agent in recent history, but still that remains to be seen as BerserX tries to rotate their way over. Of course though, BerserX's happy to lock down this entire lane with his Marshall online for the ace now. But something is still nowhere to be found. In fact, just hiding up around Canteen in a little corner behind the sky smoke, but...
Ace.
Oh.
Ace.
You see him just making a bit of noise.
He was seen.
Mini-map at least. Famous trying to give him the ace, and there it is! BerserX to collect on it.
Hey! Round of performance maps from Famous, right? Map number 1, Pearl, dropped 27 kills. If you can remember back to Pearl. Map 2, Ascent, just then, 25, right? So he's over 50.
This time hit with the ISO shield sending forward. Primmie refrex back though, and that's when you regress into the B side if you're Talon.
Yeah, they're going to look to go potentially quick here. You've got the ults going on in as well. You've still got that trap wire at the front of sight, so you do shut it down. Ivy though.
Off with the kill contract will fall, and that's now Talon looking for other options. Mid-round calls into the C site all of a sudden. Margaret only here to receive. He does have Francis nearby though, and that's where they find a single frag. Takes down Cruz. If you're Talon now, feeling the pressure, how do you regroup? How do you recollect? They're still trying to break their way into the site, but it feels a little bit disjointed. Down to Thigh, trying to collect on some couple of frags, but they are down to so low HP. Jit Boys out towards Mound, and yet big reveal. 2 on 2 though.
They should know that it's Mound and backside too.
Still within lethal range. Talon could find a chance to strike, but Francis in for the sprays. Close range hit.
And then at the end there in the 2 versus 2, right, a brilliant horde. Very self-sufficient for him and just dancing around this site, assisting his team. Definitely want to see moments of brilliance coming up, right?
Just in total control, especially
Easy money.
Has the gate crash set up. Drawn down to Sewer. TP confirming a decent amount.
Yeah, Sylvan saw everything.
Decoy.
Everything in the world there. So just
Portal closed.
buzzes. Got his decoy stuck. I think he might be a victim of the new decoy change.
Well,
oh my god.
There's the 1-2, the undercut in play. Flash now going to be sent out. The classic drawn out. As Buzz finds himself a third. Pop Flash through the smoke. Draws out the weapon. Has to double take to go ahead and clean him up, but he's got the ace. Brought to you by Predator. And the production was just like, we don't have enough time. It was so fast, we couldn't get the replay built.
High score? What does that mean? Did I break it?
Should just replay the round from the beginning. No need to cut up anything.
Well, that's the
That's an ace.
They're here already. The Prowler sent out might give them a clue, so rotations moving forward. How does the timing work out? Margaret does find one. Back in towards ropes and finds a second. Unfortunate for Envy. Margaret's still alive. That's going to do numbers against Team Secret.
Now you've got a big open plant as well.
They know that he's somewhere nearby. If they could take him down, that could be a rifle picked up. But where is he?
Oh, look at this timing on
Where
that
are
one.
you? Oh, no.
Unfortunately for Team Secret Quack, they've got a lot of work to do now.
Insurmountable. They hop on over, and that's when Margaret shows up again! Third kill in the round. 2 more for the ace. The spike still beeping away.
Margaret, don't tell me you're going to find a 4th one.
Oh, there it is!
Ace.
Swap on over to heaven, he finds the ace! Every single head racked up in kills and knocks him up to series points!
Come out just individually from him there. Doesn't matter that it is the lesser weaponry, right? He's still navigating all the angles, playing it very wisely. A bit of luck, I'll admit, onto the one onto Envy, but the rest of them just on the right angle, at the right time, the right timing to re-push, and this last one, I mean, it's 2 HP for that one, right? Really unfortunate. Now, map and series point.
Is there a lurk? That's why you still see that linger back from Monyet across the map. Jemkin able to open things up, and Sylvan's going to be taken down. Meteor up over the top, considering going for the peek, but does not. Stax goes in for the bite, and he manages to catch 3! Looking for that 4th. Crazy guy is down to a sliver. And now Stax is maybe on for an ace. Salvo's going to be sent. They'll offset him. Hey, go off, King. Go on the hunt. Call your steed.
he's looking for it, and he knows.
Can Crazy Guy play spoiler here? It's not very often that we get to see Stax in for the ace, but he will go ahead and lock it down as the crowd goes absolutely wild.
And he waved over at RRQ after that one. My word, Stax. I mean, he's swinging this box, and I'm like, why? Oh. Like,
they're headshots too.
Yeah, he's got 3 players looking at him. By all rights, he should at best be getting a 1 and done. But somehow, Bulldogs and a Stinger. They're already pushing forward, gonna be claiming control of that orb again. It's gonna be fast tracking some of those ultimates.
Judge here within the smoke. Margaret pinging this out. Here comes the push, and here comes the slaughter. 1, 2, 3. 2 more shells loaded in, pushes, and there's the follow-up looking for an ace, and Clues is right here in position to potentially give it away. It's a bit of a pause, and right now it's all just a question of can he make it happen. Now has the Bulldog to try to deliver it. Dambi, he is willing to go ahead and bait out for it, and there you go. Predator Ace going to be gifted over.
Really shining today. This one, though, not too tricky for him. Nobody checking that angle. Everybody walking through that smoke looking at something completely not him. And he's going to stand up.
Getting hyped, but we do have to remember what happened on Lotus. They were able to avoid it. The second map. See if they can look to just close things out. Francis is going to be able to find one, but in Margaret just absolutely out on an island. 6 bullets remaining. Xdll puts every single one of them to good use. Now looking for an ace. Go ahead and start things off, and there you go. Ace or Predator, Ace are a ton of Zeta fans.
Oh, yeah.
Both sides very well represented tonight, as it turns out.
Absolutely. Very excited to see it. And this is just beautiful play, nice setups. Some of his teammates there getting involved. That pit from Margaret on top of A Heaven.
Oh, what is that shot? Through the corner, up on the floor. Margaret.
At the vulnerable.
Hell of a hit.
Jeez. That's just a crazy good outplay for. He has been outrageously good today.
That's a big disruptor here on the round for Zeta Division as well. They're going to gamble 4 players into mid. A site wide open for the taking. Full 4-man wraparound through the sewer?
I don't think so. I think Clues is going to go.
They're about to find out.
Yeah.
The wraparound coming through. Xdll is a world away. Now starting to work his way across, but like you said, Margaret, he's already in a position, just lurking here, expecting this and striking. Swings it for a little bit more, and is snappy to find the third. Back pedals, I don't think he's going to be expected. Nope, never mind, solid. Gets himself the 4th kill. On for the ace, but Clue's a world away. It's just going to backpedal and look to save his weapon. Nongshim, first time getting consecutive round wins. They'll find that 4th and start turning the tides of this half.
I'm out of here.
I mean, just plays like that from Margaret are difference makers in the just the beginning of the round. Just when he shuts down the op.
They want to give it to him, and they will. 5-1, both he and 10-10.
No.
Popping off for their respective teams. Excuse me. What?
That is just a read.
Arrest him.
Arsenal bought up as well. Texture onto the Marshall. At least you got some alt orbs picked up.
Well, that molly would absolutely wreck you in trying to get out into it, but they do get in front of it at least.
Able to do some damage on towards old Foxy 9 as well, but look at Ash, he's just wrecking up every single one of them. Looks for the ace as well, swings up, look at that tap! We have an ace in
Just gone demon mode. The Bulldog, I mean, you're roaring out with that one, and Boom is on the other side, right? The shots, they are just absolutely gorgeous. 8 HP, and he comes out with that. That is, well, that's awesome. That's amazing. Had the right pieces to go back in towards the retake.
Oh, and look at this now. Buzz feeling confident to go in for the overdrive play. Perfectly set up by the team. Look at the flashes! He's online for the ace! Where is Forsaken? He's all the way across the map by north side. Don't let him ace at the very least, maybe. Forsaken, though, does he look for it? Buzz, low HP, but he still tracks on! Mid-slide! Denied Forsaken!
The goods and the entertainment there, hasn't he? Supported by the breach utility, the great fault line, the great flash points, and just the individual brilliance to dodge around as well. I mean, 32 HP.
Through, Meteor can't really hear a single peep.
Yeah, and unless you're investing a drone here from Izu, for example, you'd have to try and just go with body and hit the headshot, which you're not doing, but you're still getting the kill.
And midair, off towards Buzz, who does have the perfect crosshair placement to pick up 2 kills.
Oh,
Jinggg, though, racks 2
him.
up himself as well. TPs into safety into a position where maybe unexpected for Meteor. Oh, snaps on towards the quad. Online for the ace now.
He's not going to be playing directly with Devi.
And you know where the spike is as well, so don't give Sylvan the 1v1s. That's the very least we could ask for.
And Jinggg does have the regen shields too, so that's back online.
Okay, into the spot. Davai allowing his brethren to...
Working together as a unit. A little bit awkward for something losing that first duel, but the fact that Jinggg is able to just get both of them in mid when you've got the dash from Buzz into the crosshairs of Jinggg. He doesn't need to move that much to be able to strafe that kill over towards him. And then ultimately ending with the ace.
You have to suspect Mako was likely getting the read that it was going to be Primmie rotating through that defender spawn as well. Well, meanwhile, just a peek in towards main.
So
and
Primmie has the better right hand there.
In this case, yes.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Just pistols for DRX though. Wouldn't mind seeing some orbitainment, but Primmie wants to stop that.
Beacon finding one. Mako just, hip fire action, looking to steady it, eventually does. And Jit Boys wasn't able to find the ace. Primmie now, similarly low HP. He's going to be looking to see if he can find one, but for now, we'll just go ahead and scoop up that orb.
Or maybe Jit Boys can
steal
it back, yep.
Just, only these two players get ult charge, nobody else.
I mean, I wouldn't actually mind it when you think about the defensive side for a Cypher roll here, going into a bonus. You could definitely see that picked up pretty easily.
He's got crept up here.
Oh, he's got a
Primmie.
Primmie.
Sewer. He's got the angle at the ready.
30 seconds.
Ring just walking right into it. And there you go. Predator ace.
Yeah, very sharp shots to come out from him when the scope is there. The hipfire ones, though, they're looking a little bit awkward for the one against...
He got the flick kill.
Yeah, he gets the hard ones. It's the easier ones, though. But no, nevertheless, a great ace for him to come out. I'm putting in something like 7 hours of VOD review and prep just to get an idea. Pistol round to shake off a couple of nerves. A big amount of players, though, here for RRQ. Challenging.
Straight up sliding out, though, but Divine gets the first shot.
Yeah, stalled out by the smoke a little bit right now. A lot of damage delivered, though. Something low. Crazy guy gone. Divine as well. Look at this. He's just already out for the gates. He's on for the ace here.
And that's just a bit of temperament coming through as well. But Xdll up from the back will be able to land at least the first shot still, though. With a full fire team in front inside of A main, it's not going to be easy. Certainly as soon as he peeks out, it's the ace for Divine.
A bit of a problem, but switching things up, Divine out for the Sheriff ace in the pistol rounds, coming out with confidence. Definitely agree with what the Deskers were saying a little bit earlier as well, where RRQ are most likely going to be playing quite differently to the likes of T1.
Or makes Forsaken flush full in his face. Round 11, and right now it's the same execute. PaperX possibly a retake without the best weaponry. Divine, though, decent trade for now.
Yeah, numbers are here. Spike not yet needing to be established. Spike dropped on the floor. PaperX looking to flood towards the side. The shots from Jemkin, though, superb.
Taps forward again and again, and he knows that Jinggg is pinned down. A possible ace in our hands. 7 rounds left in the mag. Something, though, still looking for the fights against the counterpart Russian across the other side. He finds yet another kill.
And how do you play this as Jemkin? You've got every single piece of your ability right now.
Has to go for the spike plant. Something then taking elevation. Looks for the best possible angle. Jemkin has to be aware of this. He has to work around the pillars. He spots him out, and that's gonna be the ace! Jemkin!
Tossed, right? It's an anti-eco. They came into it with pistols and a Guardian. So the fact that they stack towards the A site, Divine gets a good read that they are coming towards B. Let's just full rotate on over, and something comes out with some absolute sinister shots of the Guardian. I mean, it's a winnable scenario at the end. Jemkin, 20 HP.
In the series. Outlaw for Texture. He's going to be holding down the angle as the forces of RRQ. Might have heard the alarm bot up at the top of tube. Didn't see anything. Oxy actually over on the floor. He's starting to make his way around that corner. If they come through tube, he would be there to strike, but doesn't seem to be the choice they're making. Trying to dodge the stealth drone, cannot.
Yeah, has been spotted. Confirm the weapon in hand as well. Tailwind across, backpedal from Texture as he goes for the reload. Ash scaling forward. Xdll going to be noted here on that attempted flank in through mid, and Kushy picks up the Vandal immediately. Shuts down Foxy9 with it. Pop flashes his way in. Trying to find the punish here on the Texture. Still does manage to come away with a kill on the Jemkin, bringing it now into a 2v3. This is a massive advantage. And turn of the tide here for RRQ. Jemkin trying to flash his way in, but Kushy now on for an ace. Karan swooping, Kushy collecting. Predator ace.
Making his case for Rookie of the Year. And this right here is why, folks. So steady with the aim, reading the map incredibly well. Some well-timed utility. Keep his opponents from being able to punish him.